Okay, so you guys have been hounding me in relation to what supplements I take, and I'm gonna give with the goods. The first thing in my defense I'm gonna say is the reason I don't like telling people or giving advice in respects to what supplements to get is because I always tailor to whoever's asking me, right? Supplements are a means to an end. And if I don't know you and fundamentally where you want to go, then I'm generally going to side on the air of caution. However, I believe these 4 or 5, I believe, are non-essentials, are non-negotiables. They're not non-essentials. They're very, very essential in your particular supplement stack. It's very important that I preface this with a caveat that you cannot supplement your way out of a poor diet. So don't even attempt, supplements can get expensive. And again, why err on the side of caution not to share you my whole stack in relation to, what I'm personally doing. But optimize your diet first, make sure you're eating good, real food. I hate when people buy the pre-cut pineapple. It's way more expensive and it's in plastic. It's all in those endocrine disruptors. So buy yourself look how cute this is, right? Carry it around with you. Show people what real food looks like, and it tastes oh so delicious. Now, I'm going to do this in an opposite way. I'm not going to tell you what it is first. I'm going to tell you what it does first, because you will not take any action if you do not see any rationalization or reasoning behind why you should include it. I can give you the 5, that's fine. Will many of you be compelled to take action and therefore receive the benefits of it? No, you won't if you don't understand. Understanding is an essential component in order to execute with ruthless conviction, and that's what I want from you guys. So first and foremost, let's talk about the function of this particular supplement. It plays a crucial role in the regulation of luteinizing hormone, LH. This bad boy stimulates the Leydig cells, which turn on the production of testosterone in the testes. So luteinizing hormone is a messenger in your balls, which turns on testosterone production, simply put. This mineral, I wonder if you're getting it yet. This mineral is also a precursor to the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, which is essential for DHT synthesis. If you've watched my videos on DHT, you know how important 5-alpha reductase is in its production, as only 10% of your free-base testosterone can be synthesized into DHT from what the literature tells us. Now this androgen, GHB, I was going to say GHB, I'm talking about GHB. Don't take GHB. DHT, on the other hand, is estimated to be 2 to 10 times stronger than free-base testosterone levels. I've said before in previous videos, it's the only reason you're sitting here with a testicle and, testicles, plural. Testicles, plural? And a penis, that is plural. Plural? No, that's not plural, that's singular. Plural? I don't know. Which is, other than, a vagina between your legs. So it's important. Now, many people will ask the question, why is this more essential than others? Well, it's estimated that a significant percentage of the population are deficient in this as a consequence of the bioavailability of this mineral. And of course, I am talking about zinc. Zinc is a essential. Why I keep saying non-essential? It's an essential mineral in your supplement stack. My personal suggestion is that 120 milligrams twice daily in clinical trials significantly increased DHT by up to 19%. So zinc, first one that should be added to your basket. Okay. Next one, function first. This one is another mineral and often referred to as the relaxation mineral. A lot of you should get this already. And if you get this already, you should already be taking it, because this supplement is essential against your combat of the cortisol steal process. Now, this is a really, really important phenomenon to mention, this cortisol steal process. So to understand cortisol steal, we must understand pregnenolone. What is pregnenolone? It is a steroid hormone that serves as a precursor to other hormones in the body, including free-base testosterone, but also, cortisol. So the same materials, pregnenolone, needed for testosterone are shared with cortisol. So in chronic stress situations, which most people live in, right, in the modern world, the body will prioritize cortisol over testosterone. So you want to be this relaxed G on the right hand side here. So the use of this mineral mitigates cortisol production by improving your sleep quality greatly, has anti-inflammatory markers, and as we know, inflammation is the start of all modern disease, or disease, it doesn't have to be modern. Enzyme production as well, and has a calming nervous system effect. And you should have guessed this already, it is of course magnesium. Beautiful, beautiful mineral, essential in my opinion. Number 3, global studies estimate that 50% of the population is deficient in this vitamin. You should know this already. High associations with comorbidities like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, and crippling depression. The notion is that this vitamin is crucial for nervous system and immune functionality. So again, you're probably scratching your head going, Joseph, what is the relationship here between, androgenic activity? You're talking about health in general, but I would say you can't optimize your testosterone if you're dead. So make sure you're alive first. Where testosterone is specifically concerned, multiple studies demonstrate a consistent correlation with men with deficiencies in this vitamin and low concentrations of testosterone. Wow, okay. This vitamin has shown utility in the following areas of androgenic expression, such as modulation of insulin, enzyme synthesis for free-base testosterone, influence of gonadotropin-releasing hormone and luteinizing hormone. I've already talked about luteinizing hormone, and inhibition of aromatization, which is the conversion of free-base testosterone into estrogen. I want to share with you a very, very interesting aspect of how we can achieve this. And if you didn't guess, by the way, we're talking about vitamin D, right? Is Ben Greenfield. So I don't know if you guys remember, you might not remember, but a couple of maybe years ago, depends when you're watching this video, there was a lot of talk about testicle sunning, right? Testicle sunning. So the idea is, of course, vitamin D synthesis does come from the sun primarily, but of course supplementation is also good if you live in places where sun exposure is poor. Maybe some of the Scandinavian countries like Norway you're coming to me from. So a lot of men were, how would you say? Well, as it describes on the tin, they were taking off their shorts and their boxers and they were exposing their crown jewels to the glorious burning ball in the sky. Some people were being arrested for public indecency. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm sure it's happening. Now, a good compromise to that would be red light therapy. I'm just going to read this excerpt from Ben Greenfield, who took red light therapy to a new extreme and basically used red light therapy from the comfort of his home to red light his testicles. So when my Jove arrived, which I believe is a type of red light, I hoisted it downstairs to my office. I leaned it against my stand-up desk. I pulled down my pants and flipped it on. I simply stood there, naked. I replied to a few emails and then checked my watch. 5 minutes had gone. This should be good. After all, according to good old Dr. Ollie, 5 to 20 minutes is the sweet spot for red light exposure to your gonads. I didn't want to overtrain the little fellas on their first foray into the wonderful world of red light. The rest of the morning, my crotch felt warm, alive, so I did it again. That night was date night, and I was a rock star. I sat at dinner, horny, my penis pulsating, staring across the table at my wife and feeling as though I just popped a couple of Viagra. Later, I blew the biggest load I could recall in recent memory, and from that point on, for nearly the past 7 months, months, I've stuck with 20 minutes of red light therapy to my crotch every single day. I mean, you have to laugh. You have to laugh. Anecdotal, but if you know Ben Greenfield, if you know biohacking, you're talking about probably one of the fathers of biohacking, probably the guy who invented biohacking. You have to talk about Ben Greenfield, and he's very, very respected in this area. And again, there's something to be meditated on in that aspect. Number 4, function first. Oh, and just quickly, supplementation 4,000 IOUs daily, and be careful of seed oil cuttings. Some of the ones, I have my vitamin D here. I don't like this one because I thought it was good, and actually one of you told me that this ain't good. Vitamin D3, 4,000 IOUs. You think perfect? Look on the back. First ingredient. I don't know if you guys can see it. What's the first? And by the way, ingredients are listed in order of weight. First ingredient is sunflower oil, seed oil. Inflammatory, causes cortisol spike. No. So get one not cut with seed oils. Another trace mineral that is considered a essential, should be essential. It was considered a non-essential, but will change in the future, pardon me. I've referenced this before. I wonder if you know the one I'm talking about. Interesting that this mineral plays a role in production elements of androgens, such as, it influences the effects of vitamin D. So it allows vitamin D to last for longer. It's more permeating, it's more satiating, and essentially you get the most out of vitamin D when you are taking it, if you are supplementing with this particular trace mineral. A proposed mechanism is that this mineral affects the activity of hydroxysteroid, an enzyme involved in the conversion of androstenedione, I'm pronouncing that wrong, to testosterone. Evidence in the binding of steroid hormones such as testosterone and DHT to their respective receptors. Plus, research has shown that supplementation can increase concentration of free-base testosterone by enhancing its dissociation from sex hormone binding globulin. So if you don't know SHBG, we have a certain amount of testosterone that is bound up in sex hormone binding globulin, but that's the point. Once it's bound, it's no longer active and we can't use it. It can't go into the cell, it can't go into the androgen receptor, it can't go into the nucleus, it can't turn on masculine gene expression. So, of course, sex hormone binding globulin is going to be very, very important for other aspects of our body, but too much bound up, we're not going to get the active component of androgenic activity. What am I talking about? Of course, it is boron, and my suggestion for supplementation with boron should be between 6 to 20 milligrams. This is the one that I take over here. 10 milligrams, 3 months supply, and it only cost me £10 here in the UK. So gentlemen, that is my supplementation stack of essentials, right? Before talking about, if you want to talk about ashwagandha and other bits and pieces, fine. But if you're talking about ashwagandha and you don't have these in play, you're wasting your time. And you're wasting your time if you haven't got your diet in play and you're talking about these, right? So get your diet fixed, then talk about foundational supplementation, and then you can talk about additionals. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. What else do you believe is an essential that I've missed that you would say, Joseph, what about this in your stack? I believe this to be of, a paramount importance in respects to my life. I could maybe make an argument for fish oil. I have some fish oil, but I eat quite a lot of oily fish anyway. Let me know your thoughts. These aren't theories, they're facts. Speak soon.